told. We're riding on the light to let the youth get old. And following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really, really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on.
Into the black light, into the madness.
Oh,
Yeah, into the black light, into the madness. You attend to the black
you might want to start paying attention on this next verse.
You attend to the black light,
Just give me your attention for a minute. Damn. Come on. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. A top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There's the plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on the get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt that you remember that I walk with the king of kings beside me. Just like the root in India, Irie. I volunteer, know the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fiery. We have no time for those that be acting grimy.
Yeah, I get it.
You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you free your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen. Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Calypso, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes, we did. Bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And what you figure, Mr. Man, while you kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat. You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or we'll get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not them idle cats. It's deeper than taps and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoil rats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terrible habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah. We need some 3 parts on this, man. I can't carry my boys at chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, we need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you can work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man that gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is the profit of man to gain the world and lose your soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So do the knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said, I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot from working on the block.
By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What is it about the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it about the man to gain the world and lose your soul?
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media bandit. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is the private man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is the private?
Ancient Chinese secret now.
Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class, partner? Wake up.
Yes, sir.
Partner, wake up.
Yes, sir.
Partner,
Wake up, son.
it is written that there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way and which will knock you down. Yes, but we gon' bring the light, yeah. A Max B production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top, and conscious is the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I hook your ass. See, we first-class living, worse than slaves of the earlier days, and we adapted the ways of the slave master. I stand upon it, the very rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine, hopefully to change yours, to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh. Is anybody care? Is there love out there? Is anybody care? Is there love out there? It's like we died inside, no longer having pride. We're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried. Like your man on death row when his relatives cried. It's death a mistake because somebody lied. And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now will the warden cry that he killed another youth? I truly doubt it. That's why we stay in the booth. Just cause it ain't enough. We should demand and show proof. And if they overlook our voices, then we raise the roof. Which one of y'all do?
Set this up right now. This thing is crazy.
People are seeing it. I feel like I'm a slave, maybe slave. Yo, man, you made a serious mistake, slave.
Well, that kind of me, homie. Slave to the system. Yeah. Sound like
Slave to the
right
system.
there.
Ain't that some shit?
Come on.
Slave to the system.
Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. Hold up a minute, fam. Let me ask.
Alicia, Herbo, Omac, T. What's going on, beloved?
I know a better way, many honestly. Wonder why you bastard shit. Your heart's got to be right to make it from here. For animosity and hate, you can place it here. No time for pity. We partying all the way. No time to be the victim. We got a call to take. Keep it square and watch God fall the fake. A linebacker reads well before they call the play. Hoping you always say, hoping we always pray. Invest a little bit of time in a taller day. Forget the ball and play. We got stakes in Israel with much more beef than the shark can say. Now that's the scholar's way. No lust for the cause of throwbacks. In fact, give them all away. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. Inside my circles of deep bows and little Urkels and Nino Brown types with no remorse. If they hurt you, many out to take you. Plotting schemes for your paycheck. And no, I'm not a snitch just because I come and say that. Look, dude, I don't play that. When my boy G-Lo was killed, you know you saw me on the news. If you choose to look way back.
What's up, baby? Herbo. Yeah, I got you already. What's up, baby?
You can ask your mama, no need to wonder. I'm like the 10th one under the commission of the author of life. When I was younger, I would do what a thug would tend to do. And if you got the last lick, quickly remember you. Our lives change, but still things remain the same. Slave masters got these brothers' brains and chains. Yo, I'm feeling your pain. Down and out in life, saying your prayers, but not seeing the change. We in the sin name. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free.
What's up, baby girl Slaughter?
I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be with. I wanna see my folk free.
Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks.
Look at me all crazy.
Knowledge war is when the run and bass drum. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumped. Done some curls for sure, I forged a build, solid foundation, my crown chakra core and heel, pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for, free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child, rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, ship or highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast, now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them, destroy this de facto government and its quarrels, establish Big Ma house so she may restore him, the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note yourself, quit playing, hit the gas, this shaft is called my turn, take the risk, it's fast. Most of them got vaccinated, with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grits in their ass. Sad, watch videos without subliminals, predictive, programming weirdo, strong menstrual shows, the less contaminated fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies I fry, liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will they spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line. X marks the spot.
What?
I shine because of her.
You want to go outside in a little bit? We'll go outside in a little bit. All right.
Yeah,
Kitty litter is fresh. You go over there and make your mess.
Saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creation is spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social
But you go crawling under there now.
Saviors I face, marks once we
I'm
make
talking to you.
knowledge one is when the right and base drops.
Where you jumping at? What you doing? Well, don't make me go in there and get that cucumber, boy. Hold on. Because it's going to be about there. It's going to be 3 pounds of pressure up in here. You know, that cucumber. You see where you be jumping around. Put that cucumber behind you, boy. You jumping up on the suppress. Look at, oh, there you go.
Rising up against the oppressor.
He going under, y'all.
That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor.
He backed up. He want water now.
The oppressors.
I put that cucumber. I saw it on. Listen, y'all. I saw it, so I decided to try. So I took the cucumber and I put it behind him while he was eating. He turned around. He hit the side of the wall and listen, hit the door. Was gone down the stairs. I said I should have been recording it. That would have won a Grammy. No surrender. Is it good, Bubba? You don't be looking at me tough. Nigga, I was jacked you up. What you looking at? Come here, God, man. Stop grabbing my foot.
Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger, popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful, sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Or kneels too late when the cats get pissed. Don't believe the TC type. Going in from the home, you gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When it's something so, you don't want to, even you know this is nasty, okay?
Wanna watch? Yeah? Oh yeah, he do. Okay. Alright. Damn, I don't know, bro. You acting all sketchy. You don't like that cucumber, did you? Man, I wasn't trying to mess your head up, man. It was just funny. Alright, don't take it personal. You know, y'all get that certain age, man. All your memories, and your mammies, and your pappies, and your pappies, mammies, and mammies. Y'all get all, y'all remember all that.
This world is such a...
He's stalking the tuna.
I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in everyday...
Yeah, let's go ahead and get it in. What's going on, y'all? It's like almost 20 minutes anyway. First, I'm going to show y'all something. So, y'all know, like, I'm going to call him again. Greystone water, right? So somebody used to work there was a whistleblower. Well, they've been silent. And they're not dead. I guess they were paid. But they were saying how they were adding certain chemicals that he believed to be fluoride because he worked at a water treatment plant. And so his family stopped buying it. So, I buy it and I filter it. Well, it stopped with the handles. And you would think it would be called Surgicel. That's a key factor. A lot of you know how the barcode has always been on the bottom. This time, the label's a little darker. And some people will say, well, that's because they're using different vendors, for their wraps. No, the company makes all their own stuff. So the barcode is up top now. Now, as I stated, now in this original Masonic Bible, I have some other books too. It doesn't have nothing to do with that. But whenever they need to send a code out, they do it with the things based on, let's how we break it down, on a corporate narrative. Okay? Something that they'll understand and people out here will not be able to perceive or conceive or contrive. So I called them And I left a message, and they didn't return my call. I think they think it's a game. It's like when I talked to this little knucklehead when I was on the res, I says, yo, your water smell like Fiji water, like it smell like poop. Like you didn't treat it. Or somebody's there being nasty. And with this goofy agenda going on at the time, he talked directly to them. Oh, okay, we'll get some out to you. They didn't do nothing. So I says, I left a message the next time. And I sent the email. Don't worry, I'm not going to get in touch with you again unless you shoot the goop. The problem with these people that are mitigating this, these individuals, they don't have a clue because nobody's going to come and tell them anything. They're not going to come over here and watch this to see it to go, you know what I'm saying? So I do like eggs, as many people know. I had a chicken coop on the res, 4 of them, pretty big. I built myself. And I went all the way to the mountain to get good, sleeping branches, for them when they decide to get up in there and they like to perch and they like to, you know what I'm saying? And the hens do their thing. But all in the coop, you have to have a box where they can actually just chill. So you have the coops down here, you know what I'm saying, where the hens can go and they just lay a whole bunch of eggs. But you have, and then the roosters, you want to keep those separate because they will, listen here, for those who know what I'm talking about. So I made a couple of them kind of big. 2 of them I gave because they were a little smaller, just so you can have the hens, because hens will lay eggs. The thing is, when they come out, all right, when they come out, there's a natural secretion that happens with those eggs. You don't have to put them in the fridge. I grew up like that. We didn't put our eggs in the fridge. We put them in a little wicker basket or a little mesh basket. Weeks, okay? So most people are starting to realize and find out that they're using a wash. Now, what's funny is these people are supposed to be so educated in everything they do. They'll put something to sell something, it's commercialized, so most people look at something and will go, oh yeah, I'm gonna jump right on that. And then they'll read the ingredients and won't be really paying attention to what's in the ingredients. And most people are starting to realize that. That's why they're pushing crickets and this, that, and all that other nonsense. They're going to stop that because they can't, FDA and the USDA don't have no control over this soil. But you have a lot of light-skinned folk who are too dumb to know this. They're so busy running around with this fake white superiority. That's the problem. And ignorant brothers and sisters who are a little more than melanated. So one of the eggs I really like getting, and they didn't have the ones. I usually get the brown ones. Those are the ones that I know what those are. So they use a wash, excuse me, before I go ahead, that removes that protective coating. And so then they put something over it. We used to use mineral oil because that way you don't have, mineral oil keeps that hard shell and you don't have to go ahead and put it in supplements for what the crap they do. So I ordered some mineral oil so I can put it on my eggs. I don't like my eggs in the fridge. I just don't. All right. They use this chemical, USDA approved. When this young little lady said that to me, I was like, I told you my age. Do you have y'all? I guess they all have no knowledge about where we come from and what we dealt with to what y'all putting up with. And a lot of y'all not putting up with, you're just enjoying it. I mean, I'm still see a whole bunch of y'all eating Chick-fil-A and McDonald's. That is not chicken and that is not a burger, and those are not fried potatoes. And they're having a hard time accessing this because they want to stay relevant as if they're powerful. When we were youth, we didn't think we were invincible. Heck no, we done saw people car accidents. No, man, we just wanted to make the best time what we had, so we were very innovative and creative. So I deal with from 2007, I deal with Vital Farms, right? Pasture raised, tended by small family farms. The USDA, because they're working in a corporate, shouldn't be telling them what to do with these eggs. And you would think they were smart enough to know better. So never get the black one. So I told them I can eat them, and it won't harm me. But I says most people aren't aware that you're using that soy, and it's not organic soy. I says, now it won't affect me, but it will affect a whole lot of folk out here, and they be running up, patting each other on the booties or whatever. Women looking at each other like, for real. And I says, if you had compost and the garbage from y'all's lunches, and y'all just threw that out there, they can live off the worms, the flies, the ants, and all that, and you don't have to feed them nothing. But they're made to feed. I says, well, how are they? It's because they fresh air running around. I thought you said they go outside and eat. So you have a trough for the supposedly pasture raised. So pasture is pasteurized like milk. You're talking about processed. she was like, she was a little stumped. I says, you know what? Y'all can gussy things all up. Bombs are gussied up. They look beautiful, and you want to see them drop and explode. What you don't want to see is the still beating heart and the lungs outside of the body that is still flinching and moving, or the bicep connected to the bone on the arm that is still moving. You don't want to see that part, do you? So then why do you do what you do? Mr. Ranch, what's your post up? We're going to send you something. You can go ahead and get the brown ones. No, what you need to do, honey, you need to stop making this garbage, just like the rest of them. Like when Eggland Best came along and Lucerne, making a mockery of my name, these idiots, these fake Satanists, going to these little parties, you know, in all the parties I've been to, like I said, you'd be surprised with all the little hip hop artists I know, and these fake thugs, and the real ones who were locked up. And you know, when they came home, they didn't have a problem because they were still wanting to entertain little girls with along, what you call it? Oh yeah, you be some of the ones y'all like listening to. Hell, I even still like listen to some of the rhymes because I know the message. But it's like, man, you ain't all that bad. You know what I'm saying? But it was always that time of night when I was dropping off a pound of weed or two. You had them blonde-headed kids coming in, real skinny. I'm talking about New York, even Newark, New Jersey. They had them shades on. And you know they had them pills and they come with them bottles. And you see them greasy Negroes, all smiling and happy. Oh, the freaks come out at night, y'all. And so that's what people are starting to find out. Okay? On my ancestral soul, I have no respect for that. None whatsoever. I know a lot of people say, oh, okay, he was shot in the mouth. You can tell. Yeah, but anyway. So what I'm going to do with these, I have some people who like these, and so I'm going to give them to them. I'm going to wait for the thing to come in. Teacher told me, who's the teacher? Who was it? One of the girls called me and says, yeah, Red, we got the brown ones in. We're going to put some aside. I was like, thank you. So I'll go and pick up, you know, about enough for me and the guys this weekend and whoever else comes, you know what I'm saying? So we got some eggs, maybe some steaks or something. I don't know. But, and you know, we're going to have our juices, but it's good to be able to have a wholesome meal in the summertime. You know what I mean? I'd rather go to the res. My boy, you know, collect some eggs, but right now he's kind of helping people out over there. Seeing how he was gone for a little bit. I told you when I went out there, because when we used to go out, we go out anywhere from 30 days to 7 months to 2 years. You could be at a place welding. We're also making $25 to $45 an hour, you know, 8 to 12 hours a night. You make a lot of money welding. Okay. Trust me. You know, I told him I was going to go out there and check the coops early in the morning, but I'm not driving an hour to check chicken coops every morning. So he's got people there to do it and everything. I could go and pick up like a couple dozen or something like that, but I'd just rather be able to buy it from a source that is reliable. The problem is most things are becoming very unreliable. I wanted to share that with you, okay? Because it's even in the sell and the pitch and the marketing, okay? It's the same thing, all right? I told you the one that I bought before, I finally threw them away. I got with an attorney in Phoenix. I did what I had to do, so that way, because I had got very ill, and I can handle a lot of bad things. And I was almost went to the emergency room thinking it might have been botulism or listeria or something like that, but I fought it off. You know what I mean? And it could be damaging to the body, y'all, if you don't know what you're doing. Very much so. But all this stuff is geared and planned. This is not natural. It didn't happen before. All of a sudden it's happening at this moment in time when they're pushing for these cities and floods and everything else is happening and nobody wants to say anything. Nobody wants to be the voice. I'm not here. I'm not a politician. I'm not a religious person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I'm a mock or a slap. I had a Muslim brother say, yo, man, what you love. Well, I says, man, don't you even try that with me. Because if you was truly about Islam, a true Muslim, you wouldn't even question it. You would humble yourself. He said, well, I said, see how you rot? It's not about just being here. It's everywhere. It's affecting everybody. There's poisons in the air. It's garbage. And you believe that, and you believe without knowing that you're fine. So don't you ever ask me that again, brother. He's like, all right, Red, I was like, yeah, no, for real, because I don't have no issue with you, brother. It's nothing but, it's platonic. It's platonic. I respect them who respect themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, and with that being said, we were not Muslims nor Christians. So don't ever come to me with that. If you want to remove yourself to an outer presence, if you want to collaborate to make something exist, you better believe you already instilled with everything you need. That's why it's been written out of you, and you've accepted everything that's been put before you. Sitting at the table, waiting for the plate, and then you eat everything on and not knowing what you ate. Keep it up. It's going to be a bad night, one of your worst dates. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all can go ahead and say that. I know some of y'all might want to hit that off, you know what I mean? Regardless of that, a lot of people play injun. And it seems like in the hoods and the suburbs, people who I have uttermost respect for are about to lose that because they're going back to playing gangster, being the bad, tough guy. When I last checked, tough guys, the real men, never had to assert who they were. They didn't have to come up with some fake alpha and sigma nonsense. I only said it to drive to see how people took off. Everybody was calling themselves alpha until I said I'm a sigma. So I wanted to walk them. And they were like, oh, they picked that up. And now I tell people I'm just masculine. And then from masculine, you're sentient. You see what I'm saying? Don't they say they're supposed to be able to learn, take the steps up to the higher level? Then why is everybody descending? Getting on the elevator that don't have no cables. And the moment they step on it, they're hitting the bottom. Some people believe in order to do something to be because this ego gets the best of you. You know what ego is? When you got to be around people who are negative energy, it's only going to drive you and push further push your negative energy to the surface. Loan box. Oh yeah, the red lights. Oh, I forgot all about that. All right. Let it come all the way up. Apologies here. Okay. So if your views and your interests, like don't let the money make you, make the money. Let's go get the bag. I gotta go get the BBL. I gotta get the liposuction. Regardless of learning now, it's mostly chemicals and stuff like that. And the fact that fiat is actually worthless, but because you've been indoctrinated into a system, so the evil or love of ego, which is evil, love, that's why I don't like using the word, is about the self-over-identification with its views and interests. Its views and interests. So are your views literally your views? Or is it how you perceive, how you see something based on the perception of your nurturing and how it's displayed? So is that your drive? I'm a liberal, I'm a conservative. You dig what I'm saying? Ooh, look at that house. Remember the message? Next door is the big house owned by the Joneses to a little brown shack. Why would you demean your little shack? If it's a place where you rest, why wouldn't you make it the best of what you have? So in your place, your lucid dream of existence, because you're not existing as you are, so it must be hypothetically a dream, right? Why are you not attempting to make it the best of what you can? Is it that complicated? Is the illusion that strong? The vice does the vice have that grip that you just can't break free from? Again, which easily leads to narcissistic denigration of the other and a violation of natural law. So how many times you've seen Tyson saying he had to kill off his ego, and he says it's a fight even right now? He probably done the toad 20 times. And there's people who can't even do the toe or ayahuasca, you know, or it's not delivered appropriately. I'm not saying go out there and run to that stuff, because you got to be in the right state of mind where you hit the bottom, where you say there's no other way, you're ready to give up, and then you're freed up. Then the better you might come out. But can't you do that without that? They're not going to stop what they're doing. I'm sending an NG out there for them to keep doing what they are. Oh, don't even ask. Some of y'all say, well, no. We could bring planes down if we were together. But you want to hold on based on your ego. Now, you think ego is about this grandiosity, this grandeur, like existence? Oh, I'm not in the NFL. I have no ego. Listen to me. If you walking in your own shoes with your own drawers, your brassieres, if you're a female, whatever, bras or whatever you want to call them, if you're waking up every morning, brushing your teeth, and you getting the floor out, however you do it, right? You're gobbling whatever food you are. You're walking in your so-called presence, right? You're existing in this ego because you haven't stepped outside of it. You haven't made the acceptance for change. Now, I'm no preacher, and I'm not preaching to nobody. I hope I'm not singing to the farm, but all these people go right back into what they shouldn't be in. The thing is to elevate yourself. So why would you revert back to, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster, I'm a Crip, I'm a Blood, I'm a VD, Black Disciple, I'm a Vice Lord, I'm a Latin King, but you supposedly walked away from it. You know, it's funny how the way we dress, the way we carry ourselves, the way we communicate, the vibe that we have, the world has picked up on. I don't care where. Our culture has become the world's culture. When they always talk about what language you speak, the ignorant ones. Like, you speak the language I speak, fool. Whether it's Babylonian context or not, we don't give that energy. It's just where you're at. For those who don't study linguistics. But what's relevant to the fact is, all these older 30 with children and everything, step right back over there. Now I got associates in LA, Crips, and all friends on Instagram. Some I met. They know about what, Camden, from certified from California. People who I met who tussle with me and muffle each other up, you know what I'm saying? Busted lip. And I was in my, I was like, I was 40s, and next thing you know, here go your blue flag. I was like, fool, we just want to make you legitimate so people around here don't be questioning you, right? I'm already legitimate. Most people around here know me. But just like Chicago or anywhere, there's always a back door open. You don't want to get backdoored by nobody. That's why all this tough guy and tough girl stuff got to stop, y'all. And what's the predominant position I take on it? Unification. The biggest thing I ever witnessed was a test. It was pushed by a religious consort, a 1,000,000-man march. That was a federal operation to see if 1,000,000 people would come together. It was over that. But it was also to tame them, to bring them down. Just like some other things we know about. The nut F around, whatever. That homie who ran for president. Obviously, I should have rang ears. He's a Fed. No, he's logistic. No, he was real smart in the narrative of ignorance to be able to consummate a relationship with the majority of the brothers and sisters who decide that Black Panther, Black Gunners Club and this, that, and the other, to stay within the citizen democracy of things without knowing their truth about the Republic, who they are, everything they created. Because see, these things that wanted this war and create it all, dressed like women now in 3 different of our military branches, pushing that narrative. Now they want old combatants to come back, say, oh, you still got an 8 years. Oh, I wish a mug would. We even have a friend of ours from Germany I went to school with, Van Der, right? He's running for, I guess, city council or whatever. And he's got the little Ukrainian flag on him. I said, brother, don't ever offer me to come and support your page running with that flag in front. Because it's in the water or something. I ain't supporting no foolishness out there. And I was going to call and chat with him, issue, and ask him, well, how do you feel about Israel and Palestine? First of all, nobody should be doing nothing. You know, I'm not tolerable to ignorance. I'm just not. And people believe they can see beyond what's been dealt to them. No, I don't. I don't see it. I see everybody making themselves relevant to a world of perversions and collusions. So don't come talking about you're autochthonous and Indian. You're the original people of this land, and yet you're still holding consort. You're still holding court or parlaying with the same individuals who don't mean no good, who won't really be there for you, and you think that's going to benefit you. You ain't going to be around me with that. And if you can't handle it, that ain't my problem. I had a brother get upset at me. Man, what you mean? Pork is better than chicken. And so here we go, that religious. It says we shouldn't be eating none of it. But I'm here to tell you right now, pork is better than chicken. Hell, it may be better than beef. But you know what? The pig is smarter than a dog. I says, now you talk to me while you're still consuming it. And I know chickens that will greet you and meet you when you raise them from a chicken, a little chick, like you're their big brother or sister. And I know cows that will go to sleep right beside you and protect you. Now, who's made who do what? Where's this fake thug gangster mentality? Where's the bad boys? I was a bodyguard, Mary Jane models. So I know many bodyguards. I was a guardian angel. I scrapped with guys damn almost, even at 240 pounds at the time, I scrapped with dudes like 325 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Picking them up and slamming them. I don't advocate violence, you know. I could have kept going and made a name. Always a back door open. What is it going to get you? I'm sitting up here. They bringing bottles around. I'm with a suit, mock turtleneck, mock neck. You know what I'm saying? I got me a black, I always wore a black, golf hat. Broke all the way down so you can better see my eyes, short shades, right? Matter of fact, where them shades at? I still got them shades. I think they're upstairs. Anyway, they're old, like 30-year-old shades, man. They're black and like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, and, some karate, you ever see those karate slacks? Like, they look like dress pants. But, man, I could throw that leg up, flop, or, you know what I'm saying, that capoeira, spin around, hit the floor, catch you with the heel. I'm just saying. And kept my heat. And I kept 2 ballet songs. And I practiced that knife fight. So is that what I wanted? Of course not. I just felt like I had to be involved. And there are people who are places and they've been groomed and conditioned. And it's hard to break free. So I'm not condemning or damning me. What I'm saying is, don't cross back over into your truth and you find out it is, and hold on to that world of lies. You're not going to get nothing from that. I see it all day. I see guys walking around, they're doing stuff, and their ego get the best of them. I'm from New York. I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm from whatever, right? And they just think they're really, really bad, but then there's no unity. So has the feds done their job, or has the spell worked in keeping that very thing that's most important from coming together? I'm not attempting to be no socialite. I tried that. I don't like that. I attempted that. No, sir. No bar fly, no none of that. We're getting that whole conversation with the best of them. Then you got the ignorant ones that come right over. And then, and I've had to go whoop, whoop, hands on. I'm like, nope. I'm not here to fix a problem that it was meant to be a problem because it's outside natural. Now I can dig it though. What's that? That's what in bed with Mexico. Yeah, but they're in bed with everybody. They're all in together. Yeah, for sure. Most of the poisons, most of the vitamins are coming from there, chemicals, and that's what they want. But that's the whole thing, huh? It's got a label. It's called modern times. What's so modern about it? It's the downfall. You know what I'm saying? Natural the natural order of things doesn't have a membership or requirement. It's stepping back into the natural observance, the natural form, relationship. And they don't want that. I mean, right now, you got this fake government going around trying to tell people they can't grow nothing on a certain amount of stuff because it's a carbon footprint. They lying, and they want to push this so they can control the narrative of what you eat, so they can determine who lives and who doesn't. And that way, they can do their perversions. When I tell you, y'all never been to one of these parties, man, the smell in there is atrocious. And they're smiling, they all high, and it's just, and yeah, John, good. I mean, listen. Women moving like they play things to have things done, whatever, and they're enjoying it. It's a destructive thing when it doesn't belong to you no more. Same thing in them streets with them guys standing in the corner, back in the cut in the alleyways in Brownsville or in Soundview or, wherever, right? Wherever you at. First Street or whatever, you coming down the back alleyway in LA, or Compton, right? In Chicago, you hit O Block, which, or wherever you may be at, right? In St. Louis, or you down in Louisiana back in the bayou, or you on a dirt road in the sticks, for somebody to be waiting on you because you done traveled the road. They know you want to come down at the same time and the back door's open. All right, you hear what I'm saying? The system appreciates that because it's negating negative energy. And like I said, your positive energy keep going out, powering things. You really believe the nuclear power plants is what's powering cities? That's what they got you believing. I'm not here. They can fact check me on it. That's cool. I'm just saying. I'm saying you are powering a lot of things unbeknownst to you because you don't know how to contain and maintain your true source of energy. Now, they can't grab your soul, whatever you want to call it, okay? Your source. Well, they can't. Otherwise, they wouldn't have no need for us. They'd wrap us all up and they would just be taking our souls. And that's what they want to do. Oh, they have some control over it, some morbid, but it's because your energies keep going out. You don't know how to pull energy in. You dig what I'm saying? I'm enjoying my morning chow, y'all. Excuse me. Yeah, no, they ain't pushing Luciferian, honey. They're pushing some lies on them is what they're pushing. Trust me, they're not pushing on Luciferian. No. When I said I wanted to make super babies, I wasn't playing. And I think they're paying real good attention. You see how people come in and run off? You know what I'm saying? The thing is, don't be around me talking about light, love, and the pursuit of happiness, because I'm going to drag you. Don't claim something and then walk in a way that is the uttermost of the utmost perversion, because I'm going to drag you. Don't come talking black and white, ethnicities and races, regardless of who came from where or what, or when, or put, or brought, and given a headway to do what they've done. I'm going to drag you. It's about self-elevation, but as a whole, walking side by side. Not 1,000 miles apart. No, there needs to be a calling. It needs to happen. Forget a want. Forget what you want. Think about the need. Because otherwise you don't care about that which is around you. Now, if that's the case, I can dig it. Okay? And I can dig it. I'm trying to hide it, but you can tell. I'm trying to hide that, y'all. All right? They all think I'm Mexican. I don't look Mexican, do I? Do I look Mexican? They're following a whole lot of things, baby girl, and they have no clue. And a lot of them aren't going to be able to break free. A lot of them. Yes, I did. I shaved. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. Is all right? Is it okay? But again, breathe in your mouth, in your nose, not your mouth. And trust me when I tell you that. Then again, the world is what you make it, isn't it? So if you allow something that was to be that, well, something that was created, if you continue to parlay with it, you are making something. Especially when there's no good of it or in it. Think about it. You dig what I'm saying? Why is it so hard? It's hard. These chemicals, the damage to the body is real, y'all. Does it mean that you have to stay there with it, though? And most people, without knowing, become comfortable in that pain, that suffering. And then because they're around it and people are going to try you, they're going to test you. You feel like you have to exude something. You feel like, oh, you will test my manhood. Well, the test is on you. You're supposed to be testing your manhood. You're not supposed to allow somebody else to be a rickety rocket and rent space all up in here and in your pocket. You're supposed to be the first one to be able to access, acknowledge, and then perform the necessary details and duties to better yourself, regardless of what's going on or what may come. I said, I'm just here because of balance. I know the majority is not going to get it. I could dig it. You know what I'm saying? I can dig it. I'm not going to cuddle up to it. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to exercise it and give it more strength. What I'm saying is you got to make the change. And the longer you wait, the harder it is to change. It's like it's got a grip on you, like a mouse trap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. Video games, the frequencies, the chemicals, the mental desperation that most people don't realize that they're desperate and that they keep fulfilling this desperation with outside sources of false comfort and destructive narratives. Yes. All that. But it's very simple. It's not complicated. You can't leave one of these right here. Listen, look at this. Look at this. You can't leave one of these out for 3 days. It's an attempt to incubate itself in the wrong hemisphere, and it goes bad. Who remembers what I shared about what they're spraying over the produce? That's not water to keep it moist. That's a chemical coming out through that. It's no good. That's why it's important to get you some water and vinegar and a little lemon and wash your vegetables. But you need to know it got up in there now. You see people growing this stuff and they're not spraying it with nothing. And it's coming out just fine. People have been put into this purgatory of existence and accept the narrative, because what do you look at when when you see commercials? The first thing is you want to run and hey, look, man, I gotta get that. all the ice creams. My most favorite ice cream, Ben & Jerry's peanut butter cup. That's one of the most toxic ice creams. And they say, oh, we're doing our best to make it natural. Ben & Jerry. You know what I'm saying? And most people aren't, well, most of the people talking about right now, people out of the UK. Well, what's wrong with the people here? You got to think about this. You know what I'm saying? The ganja come in, because I told him I was going live. He talking about when you go and get that morning drop. Hey, Max V, what's up, beloved? You know, I'm going to read that in a minute. I figure he'd be in here unless he's running around. If I didn't call y'all out, my apologies. I was filled with vast majority of melanated folk, great majority in frata soil. That's messed up. Have been the order of the day, but nope, selfish egos. So, and you know what? It's grafted. You got to think about the daddies and the mommies, and they walk in the house, right? And they see the pictures, you know, Pops with his buddies with the Q up, you know, and brand on them, and the sisters walking with their bodies wearing tight leggings and stepping. Now you got everybody doing it now, right? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? College kids protecting the need to go to class. And now what are they doing? I think they're paying them all, right? To go out there and do all this protesting, right, baby? Y'all remember the Popeyes chicken sandwich debacle? Was that horrendous? Well, how about this? Nickelback weed, McDonald's with the 25-cent burgers, and people was running. Y'all need to go and look for pull up on YouTube, man. Look at how the people was. It was ridiculous. How about the people? Black Friday. They don't know that mean muerte. That. And that's how people acted. How about when certain sneakers came out and then the individuals that would kill people for them sneakers, or certain cell phones, you know, are being found in everything. You know, that's right. TRU HERU and Roots and get rid of it. Tinctures, that's right, baby. It's crazy. Chick-fil-A came out. Remember, man, they were going crazy over that. How about everybody was going crazy over Red Lobster biscuit, cheese biscuits? Man, I said right off the back, I said, well, I got to find out what's going on. Find out they made with nothing good. It's funny how you don't hear about them now. And now you got that little light-skinned girl. She on TikTok and Instagram, whatever, cooking all that crazy stuff. Put the pasta with the hot dogs and the cheese, the sauce, and pickle relish on one side. And oh man, she did the turkey Thanksgiving all along. I was like, what is going on? And she ate it. First of all, if you have to use a lot of seasoning on your food, you're not even tasting the food. So what are you doing? Best value, one of the worst things, just like signature. Worst thing. This is them establishing something. And nobody's seeing it for what it is. Remember, I was the first one saying, y'all looking at all this signature stuff popping up in the stores. Man, you 10-4 hat gems. I'm like, you don't want to say that to me, bro. I burn candle at both ends. You really don't want to say that. You know, so I get a lesson. It comes in threes. You know what I mean? And y'all know this. I made sure it come in threes. They made sure it comes in threes. You see what I'm saying? Whenever something happens, you better believe it's going to happen 2 more times. In some consortium, some way. And people have a hard time because they think this is a game. I keep telling y'all it's not a game. It's not a game. So-called, they're not being, well, of course, excellent way to put it, actually, yes. What's happening is just showing themselves. How long they can't hide everything for forever? That's why they got to have a World War III. They got to have the nukes loosed. You know, how, if you're in Antarctica, do you think that you'll suffer a nuclear war here? Well, It could suffer them very badly. That's why I tell you there's more land than you can imagine, and they know it. And they out there. Okay? Oh, they out there. But y'all right here playing their game in utter ignorance. Wars and fighting. You know? It's the uglier people because they feel like they don't have nothing. Because they don't know they have themselves. They have themselves. And they refuse to accept themselves. They just stay there in their meager existence and accept it. Instead of saying, nah, no more. I'm not allowed to be unhappy. Why is it that people don't want to say, I don't have to be unhappy? Why do people choose to stay unhappy? If they believe happy is a meaning, wouldn't people want to walk in a natural narrative, something that has no spitefulness? Here, y'all are come from the lines of the greatest builders, makers, innovators, inventors, creators. And it's hard for you to step up out of the shadow of the lie and back into the truth of the reality. You feel like you got to argue and fight? You should leave that to those who can argue and fight. I put a challenge out yesterday. I'm waiting for some of these light skins to come over looking with their hateful selves, and some of these melanated self-hating come and take up the challenge. No, they're showing that they're scared. There's no margin of truth, no vindication. They're showing exactly who and what they are. People have a hard time with that, especially my people. I mean, my people. Anyway, I just want to come on, give a little morning woo-woo. I'll be on around 4:35 o'clock reading. All right? I appreciate everybody coming in. Like I said, the hardest lessons learned are the ones that are so hard people can't accept it, so they ride the dragon. They're riding something. I guess they like the rough ride. Appreciate it, hon. Hope y'all got something from this. Appreciate y'all. Hope it was some tea. Plenty and many more things I could say and speak on. I know a little bit at a time. What do y'all really want? What is wrong with them? You can call somebody on something and you don't have to argue with them. Okay? You can call somebody on something and you don't have to argue with them. You don't. All right? Appreciate y'all. Ladies. Gents. We'll see you around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Well, you know what? 3 because it's 6. Yeah, it's 3 hour. Yeah. So about 3:30. All right? And what's going on, beloved? What's happening? I've been on for like an hour. But anyway, I'm going to holler at y'all, all right?